Hey guys, my name's James.
And I'm Ashley.
3 years ago, we sold our house and we've been traveling across the country ever since.
Hi, I'm Goose. I'm Ashley.
Join us! Whew. You guys, it is a wet and cold week. Not just day, but week. So last night I was up crazy late because I knew this next week, if not 10 days plus, was going to be a crazy wet week. And so I wanted to get the framing of the pump house done up above. So last night I tried to bust out as quick as possible the framing for the entire pump house, including the anchor bolts going in, the roof, which I had to do twice because I messed it up the first time I did it. But that is pretty much done, as you guys can see here. There are obviously some minor things that need to be done. And by minor, I mean major, like the door's not on and whatnot, but it's not going to be by any means an airtight structure. It's purely a pump house, and it's just going to be good enough to keep out the weather and the bugs and whatnot. So I'm not doing house wrap or anything crazy like that. I am going to put some caulking on some of the cracks that I see, and we're obviously going to put roofing on it, metal tin roofing. The same roofing that was actually on the house. So it's going to match and be the same exact thing. But before I climb on the roof, there are a few things I want to do, such as finish framing up the door here. So I have a few pieces to cut so we can hang the door. This is the door we're going to use here. It's just a solid wood door. I might change it in the future if we find something we like better, but this is something that we have had lying around from when we did our early scavenging before we even bought the house. So I'm going to use this, and then if it doesn't work or I don't like it down the road, I can always change it out, or maybe even make a homemade door out of like pallet wood, which is something I've thought about doing for a long time. But this will allow us to get it up and going and the elements sealed out so we can get the plumbing done, because that's the big thing. Everything we've been looking forward to is getting power to the pump house so we can get water, so we can do things like shower and do laundry and whatnot without having to bring in those barrels and barrels of water. Because whereas it's cool to be out here in the middle of nowhere and basically be boondocking, it can get tiresome when you are just nasty and sweaty and gross and you want to shower, but you're like, well, we only have like 5 gallons of water left, so I don't really know if we can spare the water. So anyway, me and Ashley are very looking forward to getting this pump house done so we can get water going. But like I said, before we can do that, got to frame up the door, get some of those cracks sealed off, and then I think I'm going to put the tin roofing on. And then we can start doing stuff like electrical on the inside, because I do not want any leaks or water getting exposed to the sub panel that I'm going to be wiring in the pump house. You know, for some reason water and electricity just don't mix.
Dizzy from the way this world is turning, turning. Different from the way our mothers told us. Can't seem to figure out which way is up or down. Can you point me in the right direction now? We're all just trying to find our place, but each day could go a million ways. I guess we're all running the same race. We'll make it up as we go now. We'll shake it up until we figure it all out. And it might be harder than it seems, but we're catching up to all our dreams.
Alright, that's difficult. I wish I had a better tool for the job, but none of my blades are designed for metal. Okay, plan B. Tin snips are proving to be a pain in the butt. Already at the first corner, so we're gonna try and grind it. guys, it was not pretty. It was kind of fun, but was not pretty. But I got my 2 sheets cut to size because unfortunately these are only 3.5 feet wide and I need 5 feet of width. So I'm just gonna overlap the 2 in the center, which will actually be good because it'll allow me to cover up this hole that we have up there, and it keeps minimal cutting down. Not really worried about the extra weight. If anything, the overlap will be good for waterproofing. So got my tin cut to size, but if you listen, it's coming down pretty good out there right now. Whew, it smells in here. And just to be clear, not like fart or anything, like burning because of all the grinding I did. Anyway, just wanted to make that clear.
It's time for lunch.
Okay.
Different from the way our mothers told us. Can't seem to figure out which way is up or down. Can you point me in the right direction now? We're all just trying to find our place, but each day could go a million ways. I guess we're all running the same race. We'll make it up as we go now. We'll shake it up until we figure it all out. And it might be harder than it seems, but we're catching up to all our dreams. We'll make it up as we go now, go now, go now.
Okay, I apologize for the audio and or video quality. I'm on my little GoPro right now because, as you can tell, it's a little bit wet outside. I just have temporarily put the tin up on the roof to give the plywood a reprieve from the rain. I don't want to screw it down completely until we have like a completely dry day where I can get under there and get all the leaves out, caulk in some of the cracks maybe with some silicone just to give it as much chance as possible to survive the weather. But for right now, since it's going to be raining for the next week, I can't do any sort of caulking or anything because it will just get destroyed by the rain. So I just kind of temporarily have this up there to get all the rain out, because as you can see, with just the plywood, there's still a lot of water built up in here. So next step is getting the door framed up and installed, and then it should have a real chance to withstand the elements.
We'll make it up as we go now. We'll shake it up until we figure it all out. And it might be harder than it seems, but we're catching up to all our dreams. And we'll make it up.
Alright, so now that I have everything cleared out and I've dry fit the door here by just temporarily putting in a screw on each hinge, and something I didn't even think about until I started doing this is I had to dig out more of this dirt back here so the door could actually open up. I got the edges all marked off right here with pencil, so I can then take the hinge off and route in the depth of these hinges so they'll be flush, and then that'll allow the door to theoretically close seamlessly and keep out as much of the critters and moisture as possible. So let's go ahead and work on that. One of the things I did but I didn't talk about is I attached this little piece of weather stripping to the base of the door, so that way it's allowed to be up, you know, a ½ inch, ¼ inch, but not allow any of the moisture or theoretically insects in. It'll keep all that out. So that's what this little weather strip is, as opposed to putting like a full-on entry sill or a door, what is that called, a threshold at the base of here. I'm not going that far, I'm just adding this little piece, and hopefully that will be good enough. Maybe in the future I'll add a threshold, but for right now, this is what I'm going with.
We'll shake it up until we figure it all out. Might be harder than it seems, but we're catching up to all our dreams. And we'll make it up as we go now, go now, go now. We'll make it up as we go now, go now. It isn't about the destiny.
called me in because he cannot do this without me. That is how amazing I am.
leaving that bad boy in.
Oh! But because he needs my help, we put Maverick down for a nap. Goose is doing her required 30 minutes of reading, and I will help with this, whatever it is. And yeah, we'll hopefully get some power or something up to here, and I'm super proud of him because he did an amazing job. It's super nice. It's gorgeous, people. You can't deny it. He's handy. I'll take him. I'll keep him for a bit.
Second chances, stealing glances, I did it wrong. Shouting matches, we've been through some real rough patches. I know that it's true. But there's still more left to do.
So the cable I'm using to power the pump is 10-2 and it's UF, so it's totally designed to be directly buried underground. So I got my conduit here running up and down to get it underground, but I don't have to run conduit in the entire trench, which is the great thing about direct burial. I've heard a lot of people even using 14 gauge cable to wire the pumps, which seems a little bit sketchy. I would have at least used 12-2, but I found this 10-2 UF cable on Facebook Marketplace for basically the same price as the 14-2 cable. So I could not pass up that deal, and it should be more than sufficient to wire up this pump.
I feel a change coming, like a clean rain pouring down on me.
Alright, I got the cable fed through. As you can see, it's running down from inside of our pump house, outside of our conduit in here. That's our big 2-gauge aluminum cable that is powering the entire sub panel, and it runs all the way down to the main breaker down at the house. But our 10-2 copper here just runs into our conduit, up here to our pump. So now that that's done, we are looking good, and we should be able to fill back in our trench.
But there's still more time. 'Cause I feel a change coming, like a clean rain pouring down on me. Yeah, I feel a change coming, like a clean rain pouring down on me.